Welcome. In this explainer, we're going to learn how to navigate our big life decisions like a seasoned pilot, using the most advanced flight instrument we have, our own intuition. Let's figure out how to trust that inner guidance system, especially when things get a little turbulent.
So, let's start with a feeling we've all had. You get that sudden gut feeling, right? A flash of an idea. But then, almost immediately, a second voice kicks in, just full of doubt. Is this a real signal trying to guide you, or is it just, well, static? How in the world do you tell the difference? All right, here's our flight plan for today. First, we'll tune into the two voices from the tower. Then, we'll learn to tell false signals versus true. After that, we'll check the instrument called body, move into some daily flight training, and finally, we'll learn about trusting the autopilot. First up, the two voices from the tower. You see, to get clear navigation, we first have to understand the two main signals that are coming from our own inner control tower. Whenever you're out at crossroads, it's really important to note that these aren't just a bunch of random thoughts. You're actually receiving two very different signals. One is a calm, clear transmission, that's your intuition. And the other, it's loud, it's anxious, it's full of static, that's the ego. So, how can we actually learn to hear the difference between the two? Well, once you know the specific qualities to listen for, telling these signals apart gets so much easier. It's kind of like tuning an old radio to find just the right frequency. Let's just look at the contrast here, because it's night and day. The ego signal is loud, and it's rushing you, almost shouting, "Hurry up, you're going to miss out." It always comes armed with a whole list of reasons and excuses. But your intuition, it's different. It's quiet. It's an instantaneous flash, just a simple feeling of, this is it. It doesn't need to justify itself, it just feels calm and certain. Okay, so you've listened for the voices, but what if you're still in a fog of uncertainty? Well then, it's time to check your instruments. And the most accurate, most reliable instrument you have is your own body. It never lies. Here is a powerful, practical action you can take anytime. Whenever you feel lost, just pause. Place a hand on your chest, take a deep breath, and think about your choice. This simple little act helps you tune out all that mental noise so you can read your body's direct feedback. Now, notice the reading. As you consider a certain path, does your stomach tighten up? Do your shoulders tense? That's contraction. It's a physical stop sign. But if your chest feels open, if your breathing gets deeper, and your whole body just relaxes, that's expansion. That is a clear go sign from your intuition, and you can absolutely trust that feeling. Just like any pilot's skill, using your intuition effectively takes practice. You can actually strengthen this intuition muscle with consistent daily training. That way, it's strong and ready when you face a really big decision. Let's start with a simple flight simulation. We'll call it the 3-second rule. When you're making a small choice, like what to eat from a menu or what to wear, give yourself just 3 seconds. Act on the very first impulse you get, before your logical brain, the ego, has a chance to jump in with all its objections. Every time you do this, you're building trust in that first true signal. As you get more and more comfortable with these daily drills, you'll start to develop a deep trust in your inner guidance system. I want you to think of it as the most sophisticated autopilot ever designed. It's your personal GPS for life. So, what is intuition, really? It's not magic. It's a highly advanced navigation system, and it's plugged in to a vast database of information that goes way beyond your conscious mind. Its only purpose is to plot the most efficient and effective route for you. Ultimately, your job isn't to second-guess the GPS. From the cockpit, a certain path might look messy or difficult, but the system sees the entire map. It knows that path is a shortcut. Your job is simply to trust the system and keep flying the plane. So now you have the flight manual, you know how to read the signals and check your instruments. The only question left is, right now, in this very moment, what is your inner guidance system pointing you toward? Where is your GPS telling you to go next?